Action buttons. What are they? Why do you want them? Why do you want to use them? And then obviously, where do you find them? How do you set them up? And why can they make your life so easy? But let's get into action buttons in PowerPoint. Okay, welcome to Tech and the Cake, and let's have a look at those action buttons. So, first way to get to those action buttons is you can go to Insert and then Shapes and then scroll all the way down and you'll find action buttons all the way at the bottom. Or if you had a look at my previous video, how to customize your quick access toolbar, you'll find shapes at the top here, which makes it much faster. You'll see in this video how much faster we can move towards this. You click on shapes and you move all the way down and you'll find your action buttons over here at the bottom. So let me talk you through these action buttons quickly. The first one is going back one slide, then going forwards one slide, then going back to the first slide of the presentation, going to the last slide of the presentation, then a home button. This can take you to a slide of your choice that will be the main slide or the home page of your presentation. Very important to note here that you can make your presentation act like a website. You could actually make an offline website using all of these action buttons, which is really cool. But later I'll talk more about that. Then we've got an information button. Let's say you've got something going on, there's a specific slide, there's more information that you want to explain, or something that talks more about that. The next button is going back to wherever you came from. After that, links to a video, so that could be external or within your presentation, but we'll get to that. Then linking to a document, any sort of document that you might be using with your presentation, whether that might be Excel, PDF, Word, whatever you choose to link to. Very important as well. Then over here, there's a sound where you can play music, you can play voiceovers, you can play whatever you want to that's put in any sort of voice music file, MP3, any sort of thing like that. Very helpful as well. A help button. Let's say you need to explain something, you want a person to do something specifically and you want to explain how they must do that. Here is a link to that slide that explains exactly what you're doing. After that, we've got a blank button. This can be anything you want it to be. So let's use them. Let me show you my control panel, the one that I use in pretty much all of my presentations. Okay, as I said, click on shapes, come down all the way to the bottom and get your first action button. This one is just back to one slide. It's over there, everything here is okay, so I just press OK. Let me just resize that. I usually put them at just a size like that. Okay, next one would be typically just the other way. Let me just get that. That one is okay. Now I can resize the length and the width. There we go. Get them close to each other. That's fine. Okay, after that, I use up for, let me just draw this one here. As you can see, you can just click or you can draw them while they're up. Let me just put this one over here. There we go. And then the next ones that I do is I prefer putting in blank buttons. Okay, so because I don't use so many of the others for these presentations while I am teaching. So what I do with this one is I need one to go to the keywords. Well, if I want to go to a specific slide, I installed a blank button, as you can see, and then I go hyperlink to, and I go to slide. This one, I'm looking for the keywords of this lesson. Let me just get to that one. I think it will be around here. Yes, there we go. Let me just make sure it's that one. Yes. So I want to be able to link to this slide at any point in time. So let me say OK to that and OK to this. The only difference, or the only thing now, is you don't know where it's going. So if you double click on that, you can type words. Okay, you'll see that it's a bit big. Press Ctrl A to select all of that, and you can make that a bit smaller. Funny enough, you'll see it will fit right in there. Okay, then another one that I like to go to is being able to go to the song. So anytime when the lesson gets a bit dull, I like to be able to sing a song, get the kids to run around a bit, to just get some action back in the presentation at that specific time. This one will be going to the first slide. So in this case, the song is on the first slide. So, but what I would prefer doing is choosing slide and then choosing slide 1. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. You can do any one of the two. Here, I will be saying song. Okay, that's luckily that fits in there. So we can just put that over here. Then the last one that I like to add is, you'll see at the bottom, as I referred to in the other videos, that I've got a few games going on here. There's one, here's one, and here's one at the bottom. But this is a battleship game. The kids like this game a lot, so I like to come to this game every now and then. This one is, and I'll do another video actually showing how to make this game. It's Battleship. It's exactly like, you know, your old Battleship, so have a look, be on the lookout for that video. It's coming soon. This will be slide 21. Okay, so I will add another custom one, another custom button. I would add that right over there, and that would go to hyperlink to slide, and that would be slide 21. So as you can see, most of the time I actually use the blank buttons, purely for the fact that I link within the presentation quite a lot. Whether, okay, that would depend on purely what kind of presentations you do, for what you would use them. Okay, then the last button that I also like to add is an exit button, funny enough, is to close the presentation. The reason for that is because most of the time I do these presentations on touch screens, and touch screen usually it's quite difficult to navigate PowerPoint within a touch screen. So that's actually where I came across these buttons. That's one of the reasons why I use them so much. So using them while presenting a touch screen, but also on a computer, this helps you a lot to have these buttons closed. To make an exit button, you will note that the exit button is not part of the action button. So to make an exit button, you can just click on a clean button again, open button. You can just size that to the same size. Hyperlink to exactly the same as usual, but now you can say end show. Click on OK and write exit on this button. Exit, there we go. So, and there we go. So what you then need to do is actually select all of these and copy and paste it to each and every slide. But I like to make them look better. Okay, so that's quite cool as well. So let me show you. And the one thing that is nice about buttons, the reason, because they are part of shapes, you edit them exactly like you edit a shape. So you can come to shape effects after obviously selecting one. I like to give them a beveled look, makes them look more like a button. I like to change the color a bit, change them to maybe that color, makes them look cooler. And obviously change the wow, okay, yes, changing the outlines. I mean, you can change the outlines, check what will work for you. You can get quite creative with this and make it look quite nice. So for this one, I'm just going to choose that. And when you are done, obviously you can select that, go to shape format. Now we want to copy this format to all of the other ones. So we just go home, select, double click on the format painter, click on that one, there we go. Get this ready, get that, and get that. The only difference now is you've got to just edit the text. So let me just get that, make that, maybe change the color black, and then obviously just reduce the size so that it can fit there. Same story here, make it black, or you can just format copy, get that, and press escape. There we go. And there you are. That's how you set up your control panel. Now there's only one thing that's left. You have to just copy and paste this to each and every slide of your presentation, otherwise it's not going to work. So let me just do that quickly. Paste it here, paste it there, paste it there. Okay, so now if you run the presentation, let's do the presentation from the beginning. There's my song. If I click on the song, I can start. Now I can go to the next one. I can jump to the words. I can do all of my keywords in this part. If I see the class needs a bit of action, I can go to the game. We can play the game. I can click on the song to go back there, and I can run one forwards, one backwards, and if I want to go back to where I came from, I can literally go to words and I can click this one to go back where I came from. And at the end, if I feel that it's we're halfway through the class, let's say we are somewhere, let me just go somewhere to this, let me just go here, and I see that we have to end the presentation over here, I can click on exit. So that is action buttons. That's how you use them. They make a huge difference. They help you to present your PowerPoint a lot more effective, look more professional, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.